Hi there, and thanks for joining me for this very gentle and soothing reclined yoga practice. So grab your mat and let's get started, and I'll see you there. Take some time to arrive on your back, letting your palms face up. Take your feet mat width distance apart and let your knees knock into touch. So you can really find an opportunity to relax your lower back and relax your hip joints as you let the thigh bones melt right into the hip sockets and spread and soften your toes. Let go of any tension or gripping in your shoulders. Rest your spine from the nape of the neck all the way down through the tip of the tail. Relax your jaw and slowly start to heel toe the feet about hip width distance so your knees separate as well. Then root through your left foot and hug your right knee in toward your side waist, giving it a gentle squeeze. If it feels available, stretch that left heel straight and long on the floor as well. And then we'll bring that right knee across the body to the left a few degrees, and then back to center and over to the right. And do that a few times, seeing how that right hip feels today, noticing any gripping or sensation. Remembering to breathe. Pause anywhere that feels really tight or tense. And then when the knee comes back to about center, we're going to extend that right heel straight up toward the ceiling with hands behind the thigh bone or up toward the calf. And gather that leg a little closer toward your body and point and flex through that right foot. Take a couple circles with the right big toe to wring out the wrist. And really melt the area between the shoulder blades. Then lightly step your left foot on the ground. We're going to cross the right leg all the way over on top. Then lift your knees and lift your heels and flex your feet. Now take your hands on tops of your shins and reach for the outer heels and pull the heels toward your body as you press your knees away from your face. Open the elbows away from each other. And try to press your lower back and tailbone toward the earth. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, we're going to uncross. Cross your left leg on top of the right, and then let the left knee go over to the right. If that's too intense in this twist to cross the thighs in that way, you can just stack the knees, and then we're going to bring the chin toward your right shoulder and soften that right neck. Let the left arm hang down toward the floor as much as feels available, and draw that left sitting bone away from the face. And we'll take an inhale, and then we'll exhale, draw both knees back in. Bring your feet on the ground and recenter the pelvis so there's a nice line from back of head to tail. Now just wag your knees in and out a couple times. And then soften the knees back in alignment with the hip joint. Now press through your right foot, hug your left knee in, and give it a gentle hug. Now, if it feels available, slide your right heel out straight. And we're going to bring that left knee across a couple degrees. And then back to center and over to the left a few degrees. Keeping the hands interlaced in front of that shin, and then into the body and over to the right. And then back to center and to the left. Do that a couple times, noticing how this left hip might feel. Pausing anywhere that's interesting. And as the left knee comes back to center, we're going to extend that left foot toward the ceiling, hands behind the thigh bone or up toward the calf. A little bend through that left knee as you draw the leg closer toward your body, and we're going to point and flex a couple times. And rotate that left toe around. Keeping that throat nice and soft. Then lightly step your right foot on the ground. We're going to cross that left thigh over on top, making an X with your thigh bones. Then lift your heels and open your heels away from each other. And it can be fine to just kind of resist those thighs into each other. Or we're going to reach around for the tops of your ankles or shins. And we're going to press the knees away and press your lower back toward the ground. And as you pull those heels toward your underarms a little bit. You don't have to overdo. Remember to breathe. If it's too intense, you don't have to hold the ankles. You can just have those thigh bones crossed and think of floating the heels in space. And then gently release, and we're going to cross the right leg over on top of the left. Let the knees go over for the twist, cactus arms, and look down toward your left chest. So you soften along that left side neck there. Let the left neck muscles dissolve in that twist and pull that right sitting bone away from your face. Breathing. One more inhale and exhale. Draw the knees back into center, uncross, and then re-center the pelvis so there's a line from back of head to tail. We're going to hug both knees in toward the body and then extend your feet, float them up toward the sky for a gentle waterfall inversion. And then just kind of move the feet side to side, massaging out your back. And you can even make a circle with both feet forward, over the right, and back and over to the left. So you're kind of tracing the shape of the sacrum on the ground. Good. And then come into a full happy baby, elbows on insides of knees, hands reaching for the ankles or the outer edges of the feet, with the soles of feet facing the sky. Full happy baby pose. Relax the center of the throat, the center of the ribs, the center of the belly, and down through the tail. Take your two first fingers, your peace fingers, and hook them around your big toes, and then press your lower back into the ground and extend your heels away to any amount of a V. And then release back through happy baby, and then bring the soles of feet together, let the knees splay open into that bound angle, and then take the arms overhead. Rest the back of your right hand in your left palm. Hang out there for a moment. And then rest the back of your left hand in your right palm. And squeeze your knees in and bring your feet mat width distance apart. Let your knees knock in to touch for a moment. Root through your feet and scoop the tail toward your belly, and then lift your pelvis a little bit, resetting your low back. And then let your lower back drape down. And release into cactus arms and take a slow windshield wiper, massaging out all along the outer hips and outer butt, and noticing that flow from the feet up through the knees, up through the hips, all the way up the spine, into the shoulders, and up through the crown of the head. When you come back to center, we're going to hug both knees in and curl into a ball, knees to chin, chin to knees. Take an inhale. When you exhale, let your head fall back, and we're going to extend the legs out. Extend your legs out and find Shavasana, palms facing up. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it out your mouth. And let the floor support you for a brief Shavasana. You can kind of wag your toes in and out, let your heels separate a little more. Finding and inviting a sense of compassion for exactly where you're at today. And imagining a lot of light and space flowing through your joints and through your body, so that your own healing awareness brings a sense of balance and harmony throughout your whole being. Noticing at the end of the exhale a hollow and soft quality in the belly. Consider what you have to be grateful for today and let that uplift your spirit. And uplift the corners of your mouth slightly into a little bit of a smile. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And find the arms overhead for one more reset. Reaching long, toes to fingers, big full inhale. When you exhale, very tenderly hug one knee at a time in toward the body. Then slowly roll to either side to rest for a moment, and then press on up to sit. Finding yourself again upright, sitting in a comfortable seat, tall spine. Take your hands together at heart center, feeling the thumbs connect to the center of the chest. Dropping your chin. I'm wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and trust on the journey. Namaste. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I appreciate if you can like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I always appreciate that super thanks button. It helps encourage me to keep going. And I hope that you'll keep going with your practice. Keep it up. I'll see you next time. Bye.